Good morning, students. Once again, welcome to editing class. Students, today we will study on the different techniques or tools available to an editor for evaluation of internal control system. So here, the editor uses these techniques or tools to obtain correct and necessary information about the internal control system. The first tool or technique is oral approach. Oral approach is concerned with oral discussion with the officials of the organization. So maybe with the managers, accountants, finance officers, whoever, so who are in a close contact with the books of accounts. Okay, so they are here taken for the oral discussion by the editor. The purpose of this approach is to assess the strength and weakness of the internal control system. Here, by conducting a discussion, so a preliminary round of information, an editor collects about the strength and weakness of the internal control system that is existed in the business organization. Of course, this technique is simple in nature and in a very simple manner, editor he collects the necessary information. Second one is narrative method. Narrative method describes the actual working of the internal control system in the client's organization as found by the editor in essay form. Essay form means here in a descriptive or in a narrative form. Okay. So it is also one simple method that is available to the editor. Now we'll see what are the merits of this technique. First one is this method is very simple, then flexible according to the requirement information can be collected. The second advantage flexible, and third advantage is it is more suitable for small organizations where the internal control system is inadequate and weak, especially small business organization. So they give the less importance for the establishment of internal control system. So there it is most suitable. Then demerits side. The first demerit one is so descriptive or narration may be lengthy. So it is very hard, difficult to narrate each and everything. Second limitation or demerit is not uniform. So it may vary according to the person preparing the narration. So it all depends upon the person who prepares the narration. So all information it depends upon his preparation. Then third limitation is quality depends upon the person preparing the narration. So the quality of the information it depends upon the person who prepares the narration. Next, we'll move to the third technique that is internal control questionnaire, which is shortly called that is ICQ. Here, internal control questionnaire is a list of questions the editor may ask in order to find out the efficiency of an internal control system. The questions are designed in advance in such a manner that all the aspects of the internal control it is covered. So well in advance here, the editor prepares the questions relating to the internal control system. So what questions should be asked to the accounting person? So that here the editor prepares well in advance. ICQ method makes use of well-structured specific questions covering each and every area of operations like purchase, sales, stock taking, wage payment, etc. Generally, the questions range over authorization of transactions, flow of transactions, documents made use of in the flow, recording of transactions, division of working, aiming at internal check, handling of assets, reporting of transactions to management, and review of operations. Each question seeks response in terms of yes or no or not applicable. Next is merits. Merits of say ACQ method. First merit is act as checklist to find out the areas of weaknesses. So by preparing questions well in advance, the weakness area in accounting can be identified. So in a planned manner, here the area of importance can be identified. Second merit is helps in preparation of audit report properly. So it helps the editor to prepare his audit report in a very proper manner because of the well information he get in the editing process. Then third merit is helps editor to give good and valuable suggestions to clients from time to time. Then fourth merit is helps to prepare a detailed audit program. Next is demerits. The first demerit is utmost care is required in designing the questionnaire or in designing the questions. So very tactfully, in a very intelligent manner. So here the editor requires to design the questions to be asked. Then second one is not applicable to small organizations. So this method is not suitable to small organization because the business activities are limited in nature. Then third one is questionnaire will not be sufficient enough to review the flow of record keeping and procedures. So only by asking questions or only by preparing the questions is not possible to cover the entire aspect of the internal control system. So all these are the limitations. And next, we'll see that the next technique, flowchart. Flowchart is graphic presentation of internal control system. It indicates the various operations, controls that is involved in the system with the help of graphic symbols. So graphically presented designs here helps the editor to know the internal control system. Next is its merits, merits of flowchart method. First one is provides concise and comprehensive view of the formation, that is through chart. So the chart that is used in the presentation, it gives the information in a very concise and comprehensive manner. So very easily here the editor comes to know the information about the internal control system. Second one is enables to understand complicated system easily. So chart here helps to understand the complicated and complex system in a very easy way, which is not possible to cover in the other form of techniques. So chart itself gives here a very clear information. Then third merit is effective tool in the hands of the editor to know the effectiveness of internal control system. Then fourth advantage is flowchart enable an editor to record information regarding systems, accurately and comprehensive. So all these are the merits. Then demerits of flowchart. First demerit is in practice it may be cumbersome to prepare one flowchart showing all aspects of the transaction. So practically it is difficult to present or to design in a flowchart, especially complex activities. Then secondly, limitation is many times flowchart may be prepared without considering details regarding the procedures of the organization. So this information may be neglected, which may not be covered in the flowchart. Okay. Thank you.